RuneScape Dragonwilds is about to change. We've got magic skill tree here incoming on the horizon. We've got brand new building pieces specifically related to defenses for your base to protect you from the enemies no matter what zone you're in. We've got steel officially being confirmed as the next ore and gear tier set that we can unlock in the new region. And if you didn't think the game was challenging enough, well, we've got a brand new hard mode to sink your teeth in. So diving right in and starting us off here, we've got the magic skill tree. Now, the magic skill tree is officially going to be revealed in full, obviously, when the update drops in the game. But currently, we do have a couple sneak peeks here in what we can kind of expect. Magic, for one, is not going to be just some simple, wand waving around, do a little bit of damage here and there. It's actually going to be a full-on combat tree. They talk about unlocking various spells and various additions, or even, manipulating some of the spells and things we already have inside of the game. And speaking on these new spells, that brings us to the one that they did actually reveal and give us a little sneak peek preview of, and that is Surge, or basically the teleport or blink ability that you probably have known from other, class-based RPG games. In general here, it allows you to shortly teleport, right? To either save you in a pinch, maybe travel a little bit faster via walk, versus walking, maybe be able to dodge that boss attack or to miss that stun from an enemy. You name it here, it's a life changer. Obviously, it's got some limitations. It's not just going to be full bore, broken to utilize at your will. There's going to be a cooldown timer in between uses, and on top of that, when you do use it, you can only actually teleport or surge, I guess, 3 different times. After you utilize all 3 of those, well, then obviously it'll go on cooldown, and you have to wait until that cooldown is up in order for you to utilize the ability again. But nevertheless, it does look absolutely awesome, and it just fills that inner wizard we all have inside. And not only that here, it doesn't just add new skills as you progress through the magic's tree, you also will unlock skill upgrades, or essentially variations or manipulations, if you will, on the skills that you currently have that you can take and utilize to your advantage. So to give you an example here, on top of the surge ability that we've already just learned about, that they previewed here, the ability to teleport up to 3 charges, you will also unlock an ability called After Image. If you apply this After Image on the level up, it will then give you the ability to, on your first surge, it will then basically project a hologram or a after image of your character in that original location. This will allow the enemies that were currently attacking you to continue to focus on that after image and not you. So either further allowing you to get away a lot easier, or maybe you are utilizing it to go behind the enemy and get backstab damage. You name it, it's going to be a really cool way to then manipulate your skills and your playstyle to however you see fit. Unfortunately, they didn't go any deeper into other skills that we could expect via the magic tree, but I will state here that I am very excited, and I know Jagex, they will do a fantastic job of blending more elements and more skills and stuff that players want from other RuneScape games, and on top of that, some uniqueness here to this genre. As always, man, let me know what your thoughts are on this down below in the comment section, and let me know also what skills that you would like to see here come for the magic update. And now, shifting gears from magic a little bit, let's talk about base and building. You guys know building in RuneScape is absolutely huge, and one of the biggest things that people have complained about are the raids. No matter what region you're in, the enemies associated with that region will actually raid you from time to time, and sometimes it can be a little bit challenging if you guys are inside, can't get out fast enough, where your walls and buildings and structures and stuff actually get destroyed via these raids. Well, the developers have heard us, and they're actually going to be planning on implementing 2 new building structures, essentially going to be these large wooden walls, as you can see here, and on top of that, here's some awesome gates to go along with them. So gone are the days that you will have your base unprotected. You can utilize these to your advantage, and I can also already see some very cool creative builds with utilizing these fences and gates. They state that the new building pieces will be coming to oak and ash for the building tiers, and they will have insane amounts of HP on them compared to our standard walls. They do reference, between 100 HP on the standard wooden wall all the way up now to 1500 HP. Obviously, we're going to have to wait till we get in game to really test out how long it takes for an enemy to tear down one of these wooden walls, but in general, I absolutely love this feature, and I can't wait to see what more building pieces they've added in the future. And then, speaking on new things being added into the game, let's talk about the next new region and the main resource, or the next tier, I guess I should say, of gear, and that is officially confirmed as steel. Steel ore obviously is going to be found in the new region, and on top of that, you're going to have a whole nother set of tier gear that you're going to be able to utilize that, again, is going to take these steel ingots. And we're not done here. Speaking on building mechanics here, they've also are going to be adding the brand new system, which will mean once you are within 20 meters of your base, so either inside of your base or within 20 meters in the game, things like your hunger, your thirst, and your fatigue bar will go down way slower if you were within that 20 meters. So you should have to eat less, consume less water, and also not have to sleep as often if you are inside of your base doing crafting or whatever else it is that you want to do. However, obviously, when you go on your adventures, everything will return back to the normal rate, so you'll have to eat just like you normally have been doing, drinking like you have been doing, and then obviously coming back or building a temporary shelter somewhere to obviously provide yourself some sleep. And now, survivors, this begs the question, do you think the base version of RuneScape Dragonwilds is too easy? All right, if you guys happen to be one of those people, well, guess what? They've got an answer for you this coming update, and that is officially adding in the hard mode. So taking a look at the hard mode and what it all offers compared to the standard version of the game. Well, if you jump into hard mode, the first up you got to notice is that your food and hunger now will actually kill you. So in the standard version of the game, it'll drop you down to 1% on your HP, but it would never actually kill you. However, in the hard mode, that's not the case here. You are going to have to manage your food and water a lot more, making sure that you do not actually take, starvation damage from that, because it will actually kill you. Additionally, here when it comes to the managing the meters, you also will lose whatever experience you have in between levels if you die. So the standard version of the game right now is there's no really experience penalty if you happen to die on your adventure. Sure, you'll drop your stuff into like a gravestone, but outside of that, you keep all of your experience that you have gained in your level. Well, in the hard mode, that is gone. So if you happen to be level 21 and a half, but not quite level 22 yet, if you die, you'll lose that half of level of experience. You'll go back to starting off like you just were level, just hit level 21, and then we'll have to work up that experience to the next level. So again, pretty challenging there. There is going to be a massive hit when it comes to your experience for dying in the game. And speaking of the gravestone, that brings us to the next one. In the standard version of the game, if you die, your items are dropped into a gravestone. Well, in hard mode, you only have one gravestone. If the first gravestone drops with all of your items in there, and then you die a second time before recovering that gravestone in hard mode, well, those items are gone forever. And lastly, for hard mode, that brings us to the enemies, baby. They're going to be hitting twice as hard. They're going to have 3 times as much health as they currently do in the game. And lastly here, the weaknesses and resistances when it comes to the different elements and, weapon types is going to be way more significant. They're talking 300% more significant. So it's really going to come down to utilizing the potions for the right buff, the right weapon on the right enemy, utilizing the right element on the proper enemy, you name it. Your playthrough becomes a lot more strategic when it comes to the hard mode compared to the standard mode of the game. And in addition to the hard mode, they've also added a handful of, additional changes and stuff that they're going to be tweaking. One of those being cloud saves officially being added. They've got item weight balanced across the board. So they've went in and added weight values to every single item in the game. So you might be able to carry a lot less than what you used to be able to, or carry more according to, however you're carrying and what you are carrying when it comes to each individual item's weight. They've adjusted the burning time of fuel throughout all of the different crafting benches. They've adjusted the stack sizes to be more according with either stack size of 1, 50, 99, or 999 according to whatever the resource is, and made some additional changes here to the lighting and bloom features inside of the game to make the light feel a lot less harsh at certain times of the day. And man, I'm absolutely excited about all of this stuff, dude. Obviously, we don't have an official release date for this update as of yet. They did not tell us. I believe they did mention a couple of updates ago, or maybe in their Discord, they are potentially aiming for the early of June, maybe the mid month of June. But in general here, I love all the new stuff. I'm very excited to jump in here and try out the new hard mode, even though there might be a lot of rage quitting going on according to how spongy, the material or the enemies are compared to how much damage output your character has. But overall, I think I'm the most excited for the brand new magic skill line, dude, and to just finally being able to be the ultimate sorcerer or wizard inside of RuneScape Dragonwilds. As always, guys, you let me know what your thoughts are on all this stuff down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything RuneScape Dragonwilds related. Also, if you guys are brand new to the game, or maybe you're looking for some extra tips and tricks, be sure to check out my videos you see here on screen, as I provide a ton of value in them related to things inside the game.